Guys, on our MetaTrader 5 platform, there is a huge number of assets available. To get access to all the assets, just right-click in the Market Watch tab and select Show All, and you'll see a large number of assets that you can generally trade on. But not all of the assets from this list are suitable. So that you don't have to search for the best trading assets on your own, I am providing a list of assets that are best to use for trading below this video. There will be more than 20 assets there. That's more than enough to create your own trading portfolio. Although you can try to set up this system on other trading assets available on your platform. And for that, I'll explain to you which assets are best suited and which are less suitable. So let's go back to currency pairs. And here, let's select Forex All. And now, at this present moment, we already possess a certain specific number of valuable assets. So, the very first and most important thing we absolutely need to cross off this particular list is currency pairs that specifically include the Japanese yen. The Japanese yen is indeed a significant asset that typically trades in a clear and discernible trend for most of the time. And such trends are, unfortunately, not suitable or beneficial for us at all. Why? Because Superhero is a sophisticated system specifically designed for identifying and capitalizing on significant market reversals and the inherent tendency for prices to revert to their mean. And to fully understand the intricate mechanics of how this powerful system precisely works, we will strategically add a widely recognized and incredibly useful technical indicator called Bollinger Bands, which very simply and clearly shows us a dynamic and adaptable channel that helps visualize price volatility and potential turning points. So the Superhero system, which is quite effective, works in such a way that when the price moves significantly outside the established channel, we then thoroughly analyze the market conditions and dynamics. The swing indicator shows us the reversal point. We make a trade and close it at the moment when the price returns to the average value. That's the middle line of the Bollinger Bands. You can, well, it's not necessary to close the trade exactly at the moment of the reversal or return. There are other options for taking profit, such as by points or when overbought conditions are reached. But in any particular case, it's primarily about the price returning to more average and typical levels of its quotes. So, on the specific assets I consistently recommend, the quotes very often tend to return to their average value after a significant reversal. This pattern is quite common and observable in market behavior. You can see that, yes, there are these prolonged horizontal market movements where our trades, well, in almost 100% of cases, close with a profit. However, if we carefully consider, for instance, the USD-JPY currency pair, which is precisely the financial asset I had previously and strongly recommended to completely drop from consideration altogether, then we can clearly observe that here, with remarkable regularity, there are distinct and identifiable moments when the financial quotes are actively traded and continue to move significantly without ever truly returning to their established average value. They almost never touch the average value. For instance, here the quotes moved outside the channel and started to show a reversal. We make a trade at this level, but the quotes never return to this level, to their average value, and continue moving in the trend. And in this case, let's say there will be a lot of such moments on the currency pair with the Japanese yen, but on the currency pair that I recommend, there will be very few such moments. That's why here on the recommended currency pair, you will make a profit, while on the non-recommended one, you will incur losses. How exactly did I determine these pairs? I determined them through my own extensive and rigorous tests, because I have been actively trading with this particular system for a very long time now, and I inherently know which specific currency pairs tend to move more horizontally and consistently, bring us significant profit, and conversely, which ones tend to bring us considerable losses. As for the favorite asset of many people, I genuinely do not understand the widespread hype and excitement surrounding gold. I firmly believe that this particular asset is exceedingly dangerous for consistent and reliable trading. With gold, you see, we can often observe a strong and discernible trend. Now we'll add the Bollinger Bands indicator, which will show us more clearly defined channel boundaries and the amplitude of movement. So for example, you can clearly see that gold indeed showed us some kind of significant reversal here. The very beginning of a potential reversal, but then it quite strongly continued moving upward. And if we made a trade on the reversal here, a trade to sell, then here we would already be at a significant loss, Yes, there are indeed specific times when gold prices also tend to move in a relatively horizontal channel for quite a significant while. And during these particular periods, we often manage to make some truly good profits, but then, unfortunately, we tend to lose it all at the precise moment when the prices irreversibly and quite dramatically rush off in some unexpected, decisive direction. Here or here. Or, as I showed you, right here we have a prolonged trend. And here we have a prolonged trend, and there's no need to test this. Just take my word for it, please. Gold is indeed a very trending and highly sought after asset. You can certainly try your hand at trading gold on the 1 minute time frame, but again, here too, unfortunately, we frequently encounter these rather prolonged and significant price jumps, during which you will inevitably lose what you have previously earned and accumulated. That's it. In reality, we are traders, or more precisely, speculators. And for us, the most important metric is the profitability of our trading, not which asset we trade. That's precisely why I would emphatically state that regardless of whether a particular asset is widely popular or perhaps not, if you unfortunately lose your hard-earned money, you absolutely will not genuinely care what specific asset you were diligently trading. Your entire account will inevitably become completely empty if you consistently break the fundamental rules of this established system. So, it is absolutely crucial to consistently follow these important rules, and in doing so, your trading account will steadily and surely grow over time. So the very first and most important rule is to carefully trade assets where there is truly the least amount of discernible trend. That specifically means we absolutely remove the Japanese yen, or rather all currency pairs that are actively traded with the Japanese yen. We also completely remove gold from consideration, and we diligently keep only those specific currency pairs that I consistently recommend to you. You can also experiment. Of course, absolutely nothing is truly stopping you from meticulously opening all the available assets on your chosen trading platform, diligently going through the intricate price charts of each of these individual assets one by one, and carefully examining these detailed charts to thoroughly discern whether there is a clear, discernible upward or downward trend developing, or if they are moving more in a relatively stable, flat range with only a very slight, almost imperceptible inclination or deviation from a perfectly horizontal line. Thus, using the assets I have recommended and those you personally find, you will readily be able to create your own comprehensive portfolio, which could potentially include, say, even 20 currency pairs or more. Below what? And 20 currency pairs is already a serious portfolio, which will have a sufficient number of trades every day and a sufficient amount of profit each day, because you will be meticulously multiplying the comprehensive statistics that are clearly shown for a single individual asset by the total number of assets that you currently possess and manage. So, for a concrete example, if you have successfully earned approximately 1,000 valuable points on just one specific currency pair using the highly effective Superhero system, then with a substantial 20 different currency pairs, that would consequently amount to an impressive total of 20,000 points, providing a significant overall gain. Therefore, always endeavor to use the carefully recommended currency pairs, diligently avoid volatile trending assets, and you will certainly be able to consistently earn well with this effective system.